Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport. Right, I'm trying to paint the engine number on the cab door, at least the engine number, because it really looks pretty bare without the number visible. So I've already tried picking out the numbers one by one using the nib pen, but it's a bit of a disaster. Why is it a bit of a disaster? Because things don't come very clear, they mix up, things get smudged, very difficult to clean, and so in the end I just wiped it all off using a cotton bud and some lighter fluid, and it seems to have all come out quite well. So what am I going to do with this thing here? What's plan B? Plan B is simply to paint the whole number plate in white, matte white. That'll make the numbers stand out nicely, and then to apply some very diluted black paint, matte black paint, to the plates, letting the numbers that stand out will remain white. Let's see if this is a good idea. So let's try. See if I'm going to make an absolute total mess of this thing here. So I'm going to be very firm, be very careful here, and just, I don't want any white paint on the smokebox door. I want to keep the white paint only on the locomotive number plate. So I've covered, this is the ink from a Uniposca marker pen, one of these, the one that didn't like being in contact with the painted wood on the Brunel layout, and the tip disintegrated, so I salvaged the ink out of it. So now that is going to dry, and I've managed to cover all the numbers. The numbers are white now. So once that's dry, once the water evaporates from there, I'll mix some matte black paint, pretty diluted, and just go with using the nib pen and maybe a very fine brush. I'll repaint the actual base, the background of the number plate, with very liquid matte black paint, and that will be sucked in by capillary effect. At least this is the plan. The plan, it sounds nice. I've experimented doing this on a Juef 231 C60 locomotive, so that's okay for the moment. I think we've managed to cover the actual numbers, which is the most important thing. So I'm just going to let this thing here stand in a vertical position, standing on its buffers, and that way it'll dry nice and vertical, standing on its. Let's see what we can stand it on. Easier said than done. Trying to find something to prop this thing up onto. There we go. and put it up there. So that'll dry, and once it's dry we'll see what it looks like, and then we'll go in and paint the base. Well, there's no other way of doing this, absolutely no other way. Right, I'm going to try and suck that ink back into the bottle now and salvage it. Okay, cheerio and see you next time. And wish me well.